Hi guys, welcome to this video and to my channel of course if you're new here. I'm Debbie if we've not met before, hello. And today I've got a really exciting one for you. I've got the whole new collection, the Make Your Escape collection from Kaleidos Makeup. I received this yesterday in PR. I knew it was coming because they reached out to me by email to ask me if I would like the products. Like, duh, of course I want them, and they're one of my favourite brands. So I'm so excited to have it all. It launches on the 11th of June, so hopefully this video will go up in time for you to watch it and see my opinions on it. I know there's been lots of other videos made as well. I'll link a few down in my description box if you want to see people that can swatch things a hell of a lot better than I can. But what I am going to do in this video is show you all the products, try and put as many on my face as I can, create an eye look with you, just give you all the details on all the products and kind of my thoughts on them, because I think, you know, I have a different take. I'm kind of a different age group maybe to some of the people that might buy from Kaleidos. I think that's maybe why they send the PR to me. I have no idea, but I'm so grateful that they do. So Kaleidos, thank you so much. So let's just hop straight into the video. Okay guys, as you can see, I'm so excited for this. I can't even begin to tell you, because Kaleidos are just something different, a breath of fresh air in the beauty community in terms of like the way that they package everything, the concepts, just everything about them is unique and special, and it's just an event when they launch something. And they've had eyeshadow palettes before, they've had, which was the Futurism collection, and then they moved into their highlighters, and they've had some lipsticks and glosses, but this is a whole collection, which is super exciting. So the first thing in the collection are the sponges. Look at that. They're packaged in like a little ice cream tub. It's super cute. I've taken them out. They came in like a little plastic bag, each one of them. I've taken them out of there just for speed to show you. But there's one that looks like the Real Techniques sponge, same kind of size and shape as that. Feels a little bit softer than that one though. And then there's this one, which I'm not a sponge girl, as you probably know if you've seen my Get Ready With Me's, but I'm intrigued by that one. And the reason I don't like sponges is I can't kind of get my powder like where I want it. I think that flat side and then the tip side of that, I'm eager to try that. But I've not done so in this video because I wanted to just get straight into showing the exciting products, but I promise I will. So next up is the highlighters. And you guys have seen me use their highlighters in tons of videos. I use them all the time, probably in every other video that I make. There's a highlighter of theirs featured somewhere. And one of my go-tos has been this one, which is Ray Rider. It's the most wearable that they brought out in their original 6 that they had in the Futurism collection. But they've reformulated this one, which is why this is in the collection. So it's not a new colour, but it's just a new formulation. And I will swatch them all out side by side so that you can see. They've also brought out this one, which is so pretty. I couldn't resist watching this yesterday, and I think this might be my new favourite for wearable ones, but with a little bit of something special and shiny and glittery about it, which you know I'm all about. So that's in the same kind of rubberized packaging. And then there's two in a different, well, same size of packaging, but as you can probably see, the tin packaging is shiny, which really makes them look class. I like that better, I think, but I like both packagings. I think that's one of the attractive things about the brand, is how they're just doing things differently. And I love the size of their highlights. This one is a white base but with a red shift, and it's so pretty. And then we have Moon Cruiser, which is another one of those shifty kind of white bases but with some blue purple shift to it, and it's so different to their other blue one that they've brought out. So I'm going to swatch all those out and just show you a close-up. So that's the swatches there on my arm. So we've got Ray Rider, Diamond Dasher, Mars Melter, Moon Cruiser. I think it shows better on my fingers here. We've got Diamond Dasher, Ray Rider, Mars Melter, and then that one on my pinky is Moon Cruiser. They are super stunning, really reflective and beautiful. So next up is super exciting because they've branched out into blush now, which is great to see. I love blush, as you might know if you've been here before. So this is one of the most exciting parts of the collection for me. They're the Lo-Fi Duo blushes. This one's the peach one of the two. And as I say, it's a duo. You get a mirror inside. It's quite heavy packaging. It's almost like holding your mobile phone kind of weight, you know. It's quite quality, it feels. All of their packaging is quality. But you've got a matte blush in a peachy tone, and then you've got a sort of peach to rose gold kind of duochrome blush topper or glowy blush. Could be used as a highlight, I think, for someone of a deeper skin tone. So really, really beautiful. And then you've got the Lo-Fi Rose, which is the more pinky one of the two. And the shift on that one, I don't know if it's coming off on camera, but the shift on that glowy blush there is just stunning. So I think again that one could work as a highlighter or as a topper for blush, or just as a glowy blush on its own. This colour's a bit unique as well. I haven't seen anything in that dusty kind of rose colour, not in my collection anyway. So really excited to have those and try them out. I'm going to apply those on my cheeks rather than swatching them out, I think, and I'm just going to use one of them today, but I will be doing more videos with this collection for sure because there's so much to show you. Also in the collection, you've got an eyeshadow primer. Now, I've been playing with different eyeshadow primers lately, so I'm super excited to play with this. And it's got some claims. It says that it makes colours pop, prevents smudging, prevents creasing, and it's water resistant, and it activates eye makeup's full potential. So we'll be testing that out to see if that's true. And then in here, look at this packaging again. This is gorgeous. I love the way they do these. I have these all like displayed around my beauty room behind me, all the ones from previous collections, because they change up they always do this kind of conical packaging but change up all of the designs, and it's so pretty. But this is the gloss. It's one of their Lucid Lips. Super, super pretty. And this one's in the shade Hypnotise. And I really like their gloss formula. I've got, as I say, all of the lip products from them. Their gloss formulas and everything. I love what they've done with like the cap. It's just small things, but each time they bring something out, it's kind of just a little bit I don't know, more special in the packaging. So I really do appreciate that they're always like pushing to make things a little bit better. And then the main event, and what I'm sure you're all most excited for, the Escape Pod eyeshadow palette. Look at that packaging, that green and the shine to it and reflectiveness. It's like the size of a book, though it is quite thick packaging, but I don't mind that. I've got way bigger and more difficult to store things than this, and I just love the concept of it. So inside the palette you've got a slip with their name embossed on it. Super nice thick slip that I will keep because I'm like that. I keep everything. But that's the beautiful colours inside, and there's a row of shimmers, and then this one is a shimmer. The rest are matte. Just can't wait to get them on my eyes. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to create an eye look and just see how they perform, and yeah, just have a play together with this palette. So as I say, we're definitely going in with the Tone Activator Primer, of course, because we want to see how that works for us. I'll just put a little bit out on a brush so you can see the colour of it there. It is quite a deep colour. I've heard other people say the same, and I'm paler, so yeah, that's quite dark on me. But we will see how it works. It's covering my veins quite well. I think it is blending out so that it doesn't look too dark actually. But I think if you were super light skin tone, this would be quite dark on you. It's not as maybe opaque as like the MAC Painterly Paint Pot or the Sigma eyeshadow base that I'm used to using. And I'll probably put way too much on because that's what I do. Right, first impressions of that. It's gone on really, really nicely. Doesn't look like it's going to crease or anything, and it's kind of a little bit tacky still. I'm not going to set it. I don't set my eyeshadow primer. So I've got high hopes that it's going to perform well. So what am I going to do then? Well, I've seen a lot of people doing the pink and purple route, so I kind of don't want to do that because so many people have done it, but they are such beautiful colours. So I think I'm going to use Soiree, which has got the little escape key in there. It's just super cute. So I'm going to use that shade. I think I'm going to use Amaretto because that one's really speaking to me. So those two. And I'm maybe going to bring in the more dusty colour Carnival because there's two. When I say dusty, there's like two oranges, and that one's a little bit more or less vibrant, more corally than bright orange. So I think I'm going to bring that one in. And then I don't know about anything else. I'm just going to let the look evolve as it does. So as I say, I'm going to start with Soiree, and I'm going to take that in the inner part of my crease to start the look. I'm taking that on a Morphe 506, yes, 506. And I love these sort of lavendery shades like this. I think they're super beautiful. So my plan is to take this about halfway across my crease and then blend it into that Carnival shade, because I want to keep things quite bright and vivid. It's going on nicely. It's building really well on itself, which is great. And I'm getting, for a light shade like this, I'm getting a lot of payoff. It's kind of like what you want pastels to be, like, or I do anyway. Like, I've used some terrible pastels in my time that kind of fluff away to nothing. This is laying down super opaque, but it's still a pastel shade, which I really do appreciate. I'm just going to blend that a little bit just without any additional product. I thought it might skip over that primer because it still felt quite tacky, and it still does feel a little bit tacky, but it's not doing at all. So I quite like the primer so far. So I'm going to take Carnival next and just carry on the blend outwards really. Oh, I like this one. That is super pretty. Wow. Trying to keep things quite controlled and a kind of rounded shape today. There is a little bit of kick up in the pan, guys, just to let you know. I'm kind of mopping that up with my brush rather than swirling, and I'm not getting too much, well, getting no fallout. But just to let you know, I think with any good pigmented shadow, there's always kick up in the pan, in my opinion. It's not an issue for me. So I'm going to keep things super simple. I'm going to have Amaretto in the outer part to echo that coral colour. And I'm going to have that shade Space Oasis in the inner part. I'm just going to try it without any glitter primer just to see how the primer performs. I'm still getting a fair bit of payoff actually there. I still think on my lids glitter primer is the way to go. Okay, we're glitter primered up, so now I'm taking the Amaretto again. Actually, it hasn't made that much of a difference. I just think I'm not getting as much fallout because it's gripping the shadow straight away. I just think for shimmers, glitter primer's a no-brainer. It just definitely makes a difference. It grips the shadow, it just pulls out all the intensity from it. I normally go for a deepening up shade in the outer corner, but I don't want to do that today. I'm going to put a black wing on, but I just want to keep things soft and pretty. So I'm taking Space Oasis on a Kaleidos S4. Oh wow, that is stunning. I love their sparkly formula. Just so beautiful. This brush is great. You've seen me use this one a lot because the kind of squared off top to it allows you to get right into the corner there. So if you don't own their brushes, highly recommend. They're $19 for the set, and they're some of my favourites in my collection. So if you're planning on making an order and you want to get your order up to like the free shipping, which internationally I think is $48, and you're perhaps only buying one or two things and you're thinking, what else can I get? I do this to get me over the shipping limit. The brush is so good. I'm going to order myself another set soon because I can't get enough of this particular brush. That's really pretty. I'm just going to blend in the crease here a little because I don't want it to be a cut crease as such. Just where we're going up to my brows, I'm just going to use Lo-Fi just as a blending shade. It's great to have a shade like that in a palette of colour like this because it really helps with the blending process. Just stops it looking like you've just got a bare patch there going up to your brows. Just finishes everything off nicely. Just going to throw a white pencil in my waterline. This is White Core by Linda Hallberg because I want to keep, as I say, everything to look super bright in this look. So my lower lash line, I'm going to echo what I've done here. So I'm just going to wrap Carnival around and then Soiree more towards the inner part, and then put something sparkly in my inner corner. And it'll be such an easy look because this is such a cohesive colour story. It's easy to achieve. So I'm just taking that to about halfway. I'm just taking a scape on the inner part. On my inner corner I'm going to take Starlight Sonata. That looks such a beautiful shade. I'm going to spray that one with Fix Plus. I'm going to quite liberally bring that one down onto the lower lash line as a topper for that Soiree shade that we have there already. Okay, just going to hop off for the finishing touches for the eyes, and then I'll be back to apply some cheap products and the gloss with you guys. Okay, so that's the look to this point. And we're going to go in now with the Rose Lo-Fi Blusher Duo. That's a pretty natural kind of colour. Very wearable colour, I would say. I'm just going in with the matte one, which is called Mood at the moment. I like it actually because it's not, you can't go wrong really, because you could put quite a lot on without it sort of getting out of control, and I love a lot of blush, so pretty shade though. I'm just going to top it with Bloom, the blush topper, or the more shiny shade, just to see how that works. It's giving it a sort of iridescent sparkle. I don't know if you can see. Oh, it's pretty. It's bringing my face to life. I'm not used to doing a whole video with no cheek products on. Yeah, I think that's super glowy and pretty. As I say, I'll use the peach one in another video. Obviously I can't use all of them in one look. So, right, on to the highlights then. Well, you know I'm going to do it. I'm going to go straight in with Moon Cruiser because it's the purple one and I just want to see how it looks. So I'm going to go in with the Kaleidos H1 highlighter brush. Oh wow guys, look at that. I think a lot of people won't find this one wearable as a highlight, but I love this kind of colour. Oh, that's so stunning. If you're scared of a highlight like this, it will make a brilliant inner corner, but I love that. Wow. What I'm going to do is just turn the brush onto its edge and just really buff that in so that it kind of melds in with the blush. Oh, I think this one might be my favourite one that they've ever done. That is just beautiful. It's like Hypothermia by Jeffree Star, but a bit brighter and more glowy, I think. And I love that one, so stunning, beautiful. Okay, in with the Lucid Lip Gloss now. So this one, as I say, is in the shade Hypnotise. This looks like my kind of gloss colour because it's got a bit more opacity to it. I love how that gloss looks. Really, really pretty. And I'm not really a gloss person, but that's got enough opacity about it to not just look like my lips, but a shiny kind of thing. Because I like to sort of overline a little bit on my lips, and my lips are a bit thinner due to my age now. I find that I can't do that so much and make them look sort of juicy and full enough with a gloss that hasn't got much opacity, but this one is working really well for me. So I love the colour. I love the fact that it's got some purple in it, but like a warm base. It's just beautiful, and it plays off the shades in the palette so well. And I love the lilac-y shade, as I say, the soiree shade. I think that went on super opaque. It took a little bit of building in comparison to perhaps some of the other palettes that I've got from them, from the original Futurism set, but I think that makes it more user friendly. I think you can build on the shadows, and it made blending a lot easier. So I actually prefer this formula, I think. But you know, I love the old formula too. It just found this a lot easier to work with actually. And the shade selection is beautiful. That just the duochromy sparkly shades, they just do those so well, and they just effortlessly blended into one another on my lids. I didn't find any difficulties getting that to mesh. Just really loving it so far, as you can probably tell. Can't wait to do a multiple looks with this. Might even do a 5 looks with this one, because I'm so inspired by the shades. We've never had a Kaleidos palette. Well, we have, because there was the Deep Sea Luster, but I never bought that one. Kind of got into the brand after that came out. But the Futurism palettes were all 5 shades, so to have 15 shades, there's so many combinations. And obviously, of course, if you've got the Futurisms, you can bring those in as well, which I'm going to do. So I'm super inspired, as I say. Can't wait to play with it some more. So if you want to see that and you're not subscribed yet, then please consider subscribing and hit that bell notification so that you don't miss out. But that's everything for today. As I say, the collection launches on the 11th of June. We've got the price for the eyeshadow palette, which is going to be $42. I believe the highlights are $16. I'm sure they're around about that ballpark. And yeah, as I say, everything will be up on the site from the 11th. I'll link Kaleidos' website in my description box. I can't link to the actual products because they're not up on the site yet, but I will link to their website for you so you can see where to buy them, which is the only place that you can get them is from their site. But yeah, hope you've enjoyed watching, and all that's left to say now is hope you're having a lovely day or night, guys, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye, guys.